From the new Hero Kalea finally hitting the original server to the load becoming much stronger, patch note 1.9.66 has hit the original server and it's big. So without wasting much time, let's get straight into it. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we are here to check out the latest original server update that just dropped on us. Let's start this new patch with the newest hero in the Land of Dawn, Kalea. Kalea the Surging Wave has arrived in the Land of Dawn. A descendant of the Great Serpent, Kalea moves gracefully through the 180 sea with her serpent tail, ready to bring unique skills and utility to the battlefield. Her passive Surge of Life is the key to her playstyle. After casting a skill, Kalea creates a water zone on the ground. If she casts another skill within this zone, she absorbs it, empowering her next 3 basic attacks. 3 enhanced attack heal Kalea and also restore health to the nearby ally with the lowest HP. Her first skill, Wave Breaker, is a ground slam that creates a wave, dealing physical damage to nearby enemies and applying a slow effect. It's a simple yet effective way to disrupt enemies and control their movements. Kalea's second skill, Tidal Strike, offers mobility and versatility. She charges forward, body slamming the first enemy hero she hits. This knocks them airborne and deals physical damage. However, if she collides with a wall or the edge of a water zone during the charge, Kalea leaps into the air. You can then cast the skill again to slam down on a target location, dealing additional physical damage and knocking enemies airborne. Her ultimate Tsunami Slam is a game changer. Kalea uses her tail to grab an enemy hero, lifting them and slamming them down at a location of your choice. You can control the landing spot with the joystick, allowing precise targeting. While using this ability, Kalea becomes immune to crowd control. Upon landing, she deals physical damage to nearby enemies. Guys, we already have an advanced guide cooking for this hero. Subscribe and stay tuned. Now let's move to the hero adjustments. Starting with Hanzo, Hanzo has received a mix of buffs and nerfs to balance his gameplay. Skill 1 for Hanzo has been upgraded. The damage dealt to the turtle and load now matches the damage dealt to enemy heroes. When this skill is used against the turtle, load, or enemy heroes, the cooldown is reduced by 50% and Hanzo restores 10 to 20% of his maximum HP. In Hanakage form, skill 1 has been slightly nerfed. The HP recovery when used on fully stacked target has been reduced from 30% to 20%. However, skill 2 in this form has been buffed with a new effect that restores 20 energy upon hitting a hero, adding more value to well-aimed attacks. Hanzo's ultimate has also been tweaked. The movement speed boost now starts at 50% but decays to 15% over 2 seconds. The energy cost per second has increased from 12.5 to 17. However, the cooldown has been adjusted to scale more effectively, now ranging from 24 seconds at lower levels to 12 seconds at maximum levels. Melissa has also been adjusted to balance her mid to late game performance. Her movement speed has been reduced from 248 to 240. And the damage transfer ratio for her second skill has been adjusted to 60% across all levels, down from the previous range of 60% to 80%. The cooldown for this skill has been slightly reduced, now scaling from 9 seconds at lower levels to 6 seconds at maximum levels. Farsa has received several buffs to improve her mid to late game impact. Skill 1 has a new effect that reveals the position of marked enemies. Her ultimate now includes a passive effect where each level up reduces the interval of spiritual unity by 1 second. Lastly, the movement speed during Wings by Wings has been increased from 135% to 150%, making her much faster when transforming. Brody has been buffed to improve his control experience. The backswing on his first skill has been reduced by 40%. And the backswing on his second skill has been reduced by 20%, allowing smoother combos. Now let's talk about Lucas. Lucas has undergone some adjustments to refine his impact on the battlefield. His ultimate Sacred Beast Shockwave Blast has been enhanced to affect all enemies in range upon explosion. The explosion damage has also been adjusted, scaling from 450 to 1100 damage with an additional 155% of total physical attack. However, the aftershock damage has been removed from a streamline the skill overall function. Now moving on to Zushin. Zushin base HP has been increased from 2280 to 2480, giving her a better survivability in fights. Her passive has also been adjusted. The maximum number of stacks has been reduced from 20 to 15, but the mana regeneration per stack has been increased from 4% to 5%, ensuring she can still sustain her abilities during prolonged engagements. For skill 2, there have been some changes. The mana cost has gone up from 90 to 120 to 120 to 150, making it slightly more taxing to use. However, the extra damage has been increased from 270 to 645 with 150% of magic power to 300 to 800 with 150% of magic power. This ensures that even with the higher mana cost, the skill remains impactful when used effectively. Time to discuss Johnson. The goal of Johnson's adjustment is to enhance his team utility while keeping his unique playstyle intact. Skill 2 has seen several changes. The base damage has been increased from 80 to 180 to 120 to 220, allowing him to deal more consistent damage in skirmishes. Previously, this skill had a 60% extra damage bonus against creeps and a 15% damage increase per hit, but these effects have been removed. Instead, a new effect has been added. Each hit now reduces the target's magic defense by 10%, stacking up to 3 times and lasting for 2 seconds. The slow effect has also been modified. Instead of applying a flat 20% slow for 0.5 seconds, each hit now reduces the target's movement speed by 10%, stacking up to 3 times and lasting for 2 seconds. This change makes Johnson more effective at hindering enemies during teamfight. Akai's ultimate has been upgraded to enhance his presence in teamfights. The cooldown now scales dynamically from 55 seconds at lower levels to 45 seconds at maximum level, giving Akai more opportunities to use this powerful skill in the late game. The damage output has also been adjusted. Previously, it dealt 200 to 450 damage plus 100% of extra physical attack, with subsequent impacts only dealing 50% damage. Now it deals 100 to 200 damage plus 50% of the total physical attack, but subsequent impacts deal full damage. Beatrix has received adjustments aimed at balancing her different weapons. Bennett, her explosive weapon, had been outperforming the others, so its basic attack damage has been reduced slightly. The damage now scales from 232% to 330% of total physical attacks to 230% to 300%. On the other hand, the effectiveness of her other weapon has been improved. Nibiru's attack effect inheritance ratio per bullet has been increased from 22% to 25%. The Wesker's ratio has gone up from 22% to 35%. Additionally, an issue where some bullets of Wesker's basic attacks were lost at certain distances has been fixed, ensuring consistency. Her ultimate with Wesker has also been adjusted. Its cooldown now scales from 32 to 24 seconds to 20 to 12 seconds. Natalia has been buffed to improve her effectiveness in both the roaming and jungling roles. Her first skill now has a reduced cooldown, scaling from 10 to 8 seconds to 10 to 6 seconds, allowing her to utilize her mobility more often. Her ultimate has also been upgraded. The recharge time for her charges has been reduced from 30 to 24 seconds to 30 to 18 seconds, significantly lowering the downtime between her engagements. These changes make Natalia more versatile and impactful as she transitions into the later stages of the game. Hayabusa has received some nerfs to reduce his late-game burst damage potential, particularly with his ultimate. This adjustment aims to bring more skill expression to his playstyle. The slash damage bonus of his ultimate has been reduced from 60% extra physical attack to 50%. The extra damage has been restructured as well, shifting from 45 to 85 plus 20% of total physical attack to 70 to 140 plus 40% of extra physical attack. These changes means that while Hayabusa can still deal significant damage, it requires more precise execution to maximize his effectiveness. Badang has undergone some adjustments to reduce his range and mobility while improving his dash control. The first skill range has been decreased from 6.5 units to 5.5 units. For his second skill, the cooldown is now set at a fixed 9 seconds across all levels, providing more consistency. The dash distance has been reduced from 4.5 units to 4 units, but the dashing speed has been increased from 9 to 10. Minotaur has received a buff to improve his mobility and make his overall gameplay feel less clunky. His first skill dash distance has been increased from 3 units to 4 units, giving him more reach when engaging or disengaging. This adjustment helps Minotaur maneuver more effectively in team fights and aids to his utility as a tank. Chip's unique skill has been buffed to increase its flexibility. His fourth skill now has a new effect. It allows to teleport to any location after leaving combat. This adds a significant strategic layer to his gameplay, giving him more mobility and versatility in both offense and defense. Eudora, known for her burst damage, has received buffs to address her mana shortages and improve her consistency. Skill 1's mana cost has been reduced from 65 to 90 to 50 to 70, while Skill 2's mana cost has been decreased from 90 to 140 to 70 to 95. These changes allow her to use her abilities more freely in extended engagements, keeping her impactful throughout the match. Developers have also hinted at a future revamp for this classic hero, which should bring even more improvement. Julian's adjustment reflects his shift towards a more assassin-oriented playstyle. His role has been officially changed from fighter mage to assassin fighter, better aligning with his combat style. Mia has received enough to reduce her mid to late game damage potential. Her passive Moonlight Shadow now has its basic attack's total physical bonus reduced from 30% to 20%. This adjustment curbs her ability to dominate fights in the late game, balancing her overall output. Argus has been buffed to provide more flexibility when utilizing his ultimate. The healing effect has been improved. Now all damage dealt during his ultimate is converted to HP after the effect ends, rather than only damage dealt to heroes. This makes Argus more effective in sustained fights, allowing him to recover more health regardless of the target. Moving on to battlefield adjustments. It has been a while since emblems were adjusted. Several emblems have received changes to improve their effects and trigger conditions, allowing more variety in gameplay. The Assassin Emblem's killing spree talent now triggers after dealing damage to heroes with less than 30% HP, instead of requiring a kill. It resets its cooldown after a kill, but now has a 30-second cooldown. The common emblem's Temporal Rain talent lasts 2 seconds longer for each kill or assist. Support emblems have received updates as well. Focusing Mark now increases damage taken by enemies by 6% and provides a 10% movement speed boost after damaging a hero. Pull Yourself Together offers a 12% cooldown reduction initially and adds 1% for every kill or assist, stacking up to 8 times. The Tank Emblem's Tenacity talent now provides a 5% damage reduction when HP falls below 50%, instead of increased defenses. Fighter Emblem's Firmless talent gives 8 physical and magic defense up from 6. Mage Emblem's Inspired talent now includes a 2 mana regen effect. Lord has also received some adjustments. The Lord's respawn time after 18 minutes has been reduced from 3 minutes to 2.5 minutes. The 8-minute Lord can now charge at turrets, dealing true damage equals to 30% of the turret's maximum HP. It no longer evolves at 12 minutes, only at 18 minutes. The Lord's HP growth and physical defense growth has been slightly increased. Base turrets now deal damage equal to 65% of the Lord's maximum HP with their Holy Defense skill. The Evolved Lord gains 15% to 35% damage reduction when near allied heroes, replacing the previous 0% to 25%. A bug that caused this reduction to not update in certain situations has been fixed. Moving on to equipment adjustments. The Roaming Blazing Direhead has a new mechanic. After applying a control effect, enemies are marked for 3 seconds. Allies attacking the marked target will remove the mark and deal extra damage. The cooldown is 30 seconds. Wind of Nature's Wind Chant passive now has a cooldown of 90 seconds, increased from 70 seconds. Rose Gold Meteor price has been increased from 1820 gold to 2030 gold. The build order for Fleeting Time, Endless Battle, and Queen's Wing has been adjusted for smoother crafting. Thanks for some other battlefield adjustments. Sanctum Island has also become a default map. Visuals and performance have been enhanced with adjustment to tutorials, resource downloads, and system settings. Base turret now knock back minions and heroes in front of them when holy defense is triggered. Gold lane adjustment included 20% reduction in gold rewards from skip waves and decrease in extra gold from the first 10 waves of siege minions, reduced from 35% to 30%. The skill aim panning feature has been improved. When dragging the skill wheel off its screen, the camera now shifts towards the aim direction. Medals are now awarded more fairly. High-performing players on the losing team are more likely to get gold medals, while low-performing players on the winning team may find it harder to earn one. Gold medals are now harder to obtain, making them more rewarding. There are also some additional changes. A new display background featuring the 180C is now available for heroes like Kalea, Kadita, Badang, and Lapu Lapu. Channeling skill progress bar for heroes like Khalid and Beatrix now reflects casting and countdown states more accurately. The art quality of heroes such as God, Audit, Angela, Wanwan, Aldous, and Claude has been improved. Effect descriptions for the movement blazing of roaming equipment have been updated. Player avatars now display more clearly on the map during matches. Moving on to bug fixes. The load now spawns immediately after the countdown ends. Clint's ultimate recharge time now decreases as its skill level increases. Kufra's ultimate and Sicilian skill 2 now interrupt mobility skills as intended. Beatrix's basic attack using Bayonet now works consistently. Aldous' soul steal stakes from killing summon units now match the skill description. Cyclops spellvamp for skill 1 and 2 now functions properly. Finally, we have all the system adjustments. The account recovery feature on the account center will begin going offline in different regions starting March 19. Once upgraded, this feature will redirect to the new account recovery service, now accessible via the customer service button on the main game interface. This ensures round-the-clock account security support. The new Hall of Honor feature has been added to the MLBB Rising Open Tournament Record interface. The rank mode restart feature has been improved. When a team composition isn't ideal, restarting the match will now end the game faster. So guys, what do you think? What was your favorite change? Are you excited to try out everything new? Comment down all your thoughts and answers below. Also, a shout out to all our lovely Kazuki Plus members. Thank you for supporting the channel. We have some juicy stuff cooking in the back for you guys. So if you want a part of whatever is cooking, just join in. It will cost you less than a coffee. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.